Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Rider Review brought to you by 13K Productions. First off, I'm just going to say sorry if you guys can hear stuff going on in the background. I just got my clothes going in the dryer, or the washer, sorry. Um, Again, sorry about the late posting here. Yesterday, my voice is basically gone, so fortunately, wasn't able to get one done, but today, we're getting one done. The Riders took home a 33-30 victory against the Hamilton Tiger Cats um, off a last-second interception, then field goal by Brett Lowther. To start off here, I think we're going to go over uh, some news, and then I'll go over the game notes here that I have, and then you know what? We're gonna give something new here. I'm gonna give you guys something new, a prediction on next week's game. So, uh, last week, I believe it was before the game here, the Toronto Argonauts released Sean Oakman. He had 27 tackles and 6 sacks in 15 games last year. I honestly think it's just an age issue. They're trying to get younger. They have a good team, Toronto. Honestly, like I can genuinely say Toronto has a very good team. So, you know, they're just trying to get better and trying to get younger. And I don't think Oakman really fits into them. Now, Oakman, I do think he would be a great fit for Saskatchewan. Bring him in to play to play the defensive line, lead those rookies, and honestly, if Oakman comes in, I think that's a great move for Saskatchewan. And then second news here, it was revealed last week that Darian Durant, Roy Shivers, and Steve Mohar are going to be inducted into the Plaza of Honor this year. Durant, I think that's self-explanatory. 110% deserved. When you win the first Grey Cup on home soil for the Riders, I don't know what else you can say, and then Roy Shivers, phenomenal GM. I was listening to the Green Zone. Shout out Jamie Nye and Daryl Davis. when you come in and turn the tides for a team after they've been struggling, you make people want to come to Saskatchewan. 100% you deserve that. And then Steve Moore or Steve Molnar, sorry. Pardon me. He's a inductee postmortem. From what I heard, I wasn't alive, obviously, when he played. But from what I heard, he was a great running back for the team. And honestly, from everything that I've heard, it's a well-deserved induction. So shout out to Doubles, Roy Shivers, and Steve Molnar. And then the Edmonton Elks signed former Saskatchewan Roughriders receiver Tevin Jones, who had 65 receptions for 882 yards, 3 touchdowns in 17 games last season. That's a phenomenal signing. They, I believe, they lost Kyron Moore to injury, who had I'm pretty sure he had a decent season last year, and that's a tough loss for the team there. They have MBT and they got their running back there. Honestly, I think it's a great move for Edmonton. I think Devin Jones has the 1,000-yard potential there. If he goes there and he can earn a roster spot, they found themselves a gem in Devin Jones. So, yeah. And then Ottawa released veteran defensive back Winston Rose. Honestly, saw it coming. Hasn't been able to stick around the CFL. Recently this year. He's been. I can't remember who he was after he was released by Winnipeg there. I don't know where he signs. Honestly, I can't see him coming over to Saskatchewan. We already have the depth we need. It's going to be interesting to see where Rose goes. And so now we're going to go over the game notes here. So obviously, like I said, the Riders won 33-30. They found a way to win. Off a last-second interception by CJ Avery. And then, obviously, the winning field goal kick by Mr. Brett Lowther. Um, Honestly, I think throughout that entire game, the defense was horrible against the pass. They let Bo Levi go for, I think he was over 400 yards, which is something that just straight up that can't happen. I mean, yeah, Bo is a good quarterback, but if we want to beat him next week, I will be in attendance at the game. So if you guys see me and you watch the podcast, come say hi. I don't bite. So, um, but honestly, I think that's like I said on the green zone when I called in. That's nothing that Corey Mace can't fix. He's a great coach, and I think he'll get the team short up. The penalties were killing us. We're the most penalized team through 2 weeks. That scares me a little bit. Again, I have complete faith in Mace, but when you're taking 6 penalties a game over the first 2 games, uh, I don't know. I don't know. It's. I really hope that it's not going to be an everyday thing. I mean, we had 5 straight special teams penalties, and Alfred's returns are getting called back. Honestly, we really need to show up on the special teams, because if we're taking 5 straight penalties, Mario's an all-star returner. If he can't do what he does, that takes out a whole aspect of our game, and we have to be great on offense and defense. And I will notice, like, our defense did struggle against the pass rush there, and our offense, obviously we were going to the short game because that's all Hamilton was giving us, and if that's all they're going to give us next game, it's going to be tough to beat Hamilton. They're a good team. I really do think they're a great team, and we have to be better. Samuel Emelis struggled pretty much all last game. I'm looking here, and he had 5 receptions for 45 yards. It was difficult. And I think once he gets going, he's gonna be gone. He's one of those receivers. But honestly, I think you got to just you got to deal with it as it comes. And then Sean Bain Jr. went down with injury. It's really unfortunate to see. Hopefully he'll be back. I hope it's not too serious. I mean, it didn't seem too serious. He was jumping around on the sidelines, but obviously you gotta take things as they come, and let's hope he's better for next season. Something that I noticed, Ajo, like, wow, that guy is great. He's Canadian too. I'm super excited to see what he does for this team. I think he has a future here. The Canadian Air Force is phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And then Jared Stearns. Oh, that guy is gonna be phenomenal. I think he's gonna have a solid breakout season. 6 receptions for 112 yards. That's phenomenal. He's one of the best He's going to be one of the best receivers in the league because teams are gonna underestimate him because of his size. That guy can block like a mother effer. Like, it's like you wouldn't think just by looking at him that he can block. He's a good receiver. He can do anything you ask him to. And I know I'm jumping around here, but Keen Schaefer-Baker, when he's healthy, he's a top 3 receiver in the league. There's no doubt about it. He came in and he took over Bain's role this game after Bain was injured, and Adjo took over Bain's role, but Schaefer-Baker was great this week. He took over this week. 7 receptions for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is great play from. Honestly, he, like I said, a top 3 receiver. I'm noticing everybody. A lot of Rider fans are posting it, and I have to agree. I mean, I know I'm biased, but that he's a top 3 receiver in the league when he's healthy. Then we're gonna back up here. Obviously Ouellette, he's been struggling. It seems like it's I don't know if it's deal. Last game, sorry guys, I'm trying to come up with the words here. It seems like he was just getting met in the backfield. It doesn't seem like he has time to take off with the ball, and it doesn't seem like he can find the holes because the holes are not there. I honestly think if that O-line can control some of the issues there, if they can start blocking, I think it's, I honestly think that the team could. I think Oleta is going to get going. He's a running back. He's a downfield guy. He's going to go over you. Like we paid him the big bucks, and he struggled over the first 2 weeks, and I mean, rightfully so, right? Like, again, what are you going to do, right? So I honestly think it's just in due time. I think he'll be able to. I think he's going to be a good running back this season. I just think he's off to a slow start. The O-line's struggling a little bit, and I think once our O-line gets shored up here, I think we'll be good to go. And then Trevor Harris had an amazing game. I mean, 32 of 45 for 390 yards and 2 touchdowns. That speaks for itself, man. Like, that is. And I mean, again, our defense struggled. It's a new defensive coordinator, obviously Corey Mace, right? He's got a lot on his plate, and you know what? I think after 2 games, I think the team is going to be well on their way. We get a bye week, I think, after this upcoming week in Hamilton or against Hamilton. So I think we're going to be able to get pressure. I think we'll be able to get pressure on the quarterbacks that we're playing. Just noticed that Lanier had a forced fumble, 3 tackles, and then CJ Avery with the clutch interception. When you have a team making clutch plays like this, they're going to find ways to win. There's no doubt about it. You gotta, right? People have been asking, is it luck or is it skill? And honestly, it's a bit of both. I can't say it's pure luck. I can't say it's pure skill. I think it's a lot more skill than it is luck because you know what? You gotta be in the right place at the right time, and you gotta know where to be. I think CJ Avery knew where to be, and he picked the ball off. So that I think next week, I think the Riders will start the season 3-0. We beat Hamilton. I think we can get it done again. Honestly, we're going to be at home, and I'm going to be cheering loud. I'm super excited for the game. So I think we got a good shot at beating Hamilton. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I think Saskatchewan's going to have a big game scoring-wise. I think it's going to be a 45 to – and I think our defense is going to we're going to struggle a little bit. I think it's going to be 45 to 28. It's going to be a high-scoring game. So, but sorry again for the background noises. That is it for today's episode of the Rider Review, brought to you by 13K Productions. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, comment, share, subscribe, and share. Like I said, share us to all your friends, family, everything. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week after a win at home against Hamilton.